Central Bureau of Investigation is countering the claim and the charges that the DMK is leveling on their behalf on the BJP. As per sources, we are learning, and this is from within the agency, and this is the information that our colleague Arunima has got for us. We are learning that in case a charge sheet is filed, it is going to be not in Delhi, it is going to be in Tamil Nadu. Arunima with those details. Yes, Arunima.
So, if you see the charge that is coming in from the DMK, Purnima also just highlighted this. Political charge being made by DMK that CBI's entire action is not driven by jurisprudence. It is a politically driven action. Central Bureau of Investigation is countering that. They're saying that, we've been asked to probe this case and come to a conclusion because justice must be done to those who died in the stampede. And therefore, this entire matter is being dealt with by the CBI headquarters. It has an all India jurisdiction. Central Bureau of Investigation can probe any case, especially when courts are involved, and when courts hand over matters to CBI, they are not limited to any particular area or any particular state. They have an all India jurisdiction. Now, as far as the other question of harassment and intimidation, that why are senior functionaries of the party, including Vijay, being called to Delhi? Is it an intimidating tactics? Will this mean that even at the stage of trial, witnesses will be asked to come and depose here in Delhi? CBI says that, that is not how the agency functions. A call will be taken by the investigating officer after the questioning is over, after the entire evidence gathering process is over. If they decide to file a charge sheet, it will be filed in the state of Tamil Nadu and not in Delhi. So this charge that, this is meant to harass witnesses by holding the trial here in Delhi, that is being negated by CBI completely.
Right, and Purnima, they are in fact putting two things together. That is, one is the CBI questioning Vijay on the Karur stampede, and the other one, of course, is his film, Jananayagam, not being granted a censor certificate yet. The Madras High Court seems to have accommodated that plea by the CBFC, and that has led to that further delay of the film's release. And this is what the DMK seems to be alleging, that both ways it seems to be a double whammy for Vijay, an arm twisting exercise so that he goes ahead and comes into the NDA fold. But so far, TVK is not really signing up for it. At least they are staying mum. There was also a phone call that Vijay has had with Rahul Gandhi. Which way do you think this is headed?
It's quite interesting. I mean, you'll have to be a political analyst in Tamil Nadu to see how Vijay is going to influence the elections there, because it is quite an interesting situation currently. But as far as CBI's probe against Vijay is concerned, he did have the option, and this is an option available to anyone. When the first summon is sent to you, you do have the option, if you are busy, to seek another date and say that, I am preoccupied, so I can come at a later date. But agency officials are quite appreciative of the fact that Vijay has chosen to appear. Once he received the summons, he reverted, saying that he will appear on the date that he is being asked to. And any moment now, Vijay should be here at the CBI headquarters. We were expecting him around 11:15. So any moment now, he will appear. So as far as, Vijay and DMK and Congress and BJP are concerned, there are multiple players. DMK is calling this intimidation. Vijay himself has decided to appear. The only thing is, I think his request for a lawyer to be present when his statement is recorded, that I think may not be appreciated by CBI, because the SOP is very clear. It is between the IO and the witness. In this case, Vijay's statement is being taken as a witness at this stage. So that is the only thing that we have learned as far as Vijay's request to CBI is concerned. Other than that, I think it is the season of politics, elections around the corner in Tamil Nadu, and this particular issue, Vijay's own presence and the Karur stampede case, along with the release of the film, all of these are emerging as X factors in the upcoming Tamil Nadu polls.
Absolutely. And Purnima also continues to be with us on the broadcast. Purnima, you have been extensively covering that entire case of Vijay's film Jananayagam while Madras High Court was looking at it. There was a temporary reprieve that was granted to Team Vijay. They had already started celebrating, but that did not last. That was the only shelf life that we're looking at when they were looking at those celebrations. What is TVK really saying about these accusations that have been leveled against the BJP, an arm twisting exercise for Vijay to join in the NDA fold? Have they really made any feelers? Which way will they head it? Are they going to go solo? Is it the Congress, the BJP? What really is happening as far as TVK is concerned?
Well, sources from the TVK we spoke to are very careful when it comes to TVK and its alliance strategies, because remember the Congress too, many leaders from the Tamil Nadu Congress had in fact backed Vijay, both in terms of Jananayagan and also in terms of the TVK. They said that sharing of power is important when it comes to alliances. A jibe at the DMK, because they said seat sharing alone would not be enough. There should be sharing of power too. That's something that many voices from the Congress had started talking about lately. And this at a time when there were reports about TVK Congress possible alliance discussions. Sources from the TVK we spoke to have time and again maintained that anybody who accepts Vijay as the chief ministerial candidate can join hands with the TVK. But remember, BJP, AIADMK alliance on the one side is also strong. Edappadi is the CM candidate for the NDA, or at least that's what it looks like at the moment. And it's going to be the AIADMK that's going to spearhead the NDA front. So that possibility may not happen, because Vijay also has chief ministerial ambitions and Edappadi Palanisamy also has chief ministerial ambitions. So therefore, TVK joining hands with the BJP and the AIADMK look unlikely, because they are very keen that Vijay should be the CM face of the front and it should be the TVK that's spearheading the front. But permutations and combinations continue to do the rounds, and the arithmetic, alliance arithmetic is being worked out right now. We'll have to wait and see whether TVK will be able to bring smaller parties on board. Whether that will happen in the next 2 weeks, there will be more clarity. But both the BJP and the Congress being options that the TVK would possibly explore, because they say anybody who wants Vijay as the CM face or accepts him are open to join the alliance. But that unlikely is not is impossible. At least at the moment, it looks like Congress and DMK will go together, and ADMK BJP will go together. So at the moment, TVK looks like going solo, but we'll have to wait for the next 2 weeks.
Well, absolutely. Purnima and Arunima, do continue to stay on with us. We'll keep an eye on this big story. We're waiting for Vijay's arrival at the CBI headquarters. But right now, we're going into a very short break. Coming right back.